You are made strong during your weakest moments. When you feel the most broken, when you feel the most weak, that's when you're being made strong. That's when you're being made wiser, more resilient. See, the thing is, adversity introduces you to your true self. Pain brings you closer to who you truly are. So when you're in the midst of pain, in the midst of suffering, when you can shift your mindset from feeling like a poor little victim, and this isn't fair, to a mindset of gratitude, you know what, this sucks, but I know something good is coming out of this. I know this is happening for a reason. What can I learn here? What is this trying to teach me? When you can look at the pain through that mindset, you learn from it faster, you gain the wisdom, you derive the gems from it more effectively, and therefore you dissipate it more quickly. But when you sit there and see yourself as a victim when you're going through pain and not looking at it as part of your story, not looking at it as happening for you, that's when you stay down. The people who become the greatest teachers, the wisest people, the people who provide the most value to the world, guess what? They're the people who have overcome the most pain. While you're sitting there, oh, this isn't fair, this shouldn't be happening to me, and you never learn from it. You don't fucking gain the wisdom from it when you stay in that mindset. Don't get me wrong, it's natural to feel like things aren't fair sometimes, but when you just stay there and you take on this victim identity, your ego becomes the victim, you fucking lose. You never actually move on from shit. You never truly evolve from shit. You know why? Because you chose to give the pain your power. You chose to give it your power instead of allowing it to give you your power. Fuck! Because you chose to be a victim instead of being the victor. What can I learn here? What is this teaching me? I know this is part of my story. I know this is making me stronger. What's up, everybody? Today is a tremendous Thursday, the last day of July in 2025. We're in the dog days of the summer right now, and pretty soon it's going to start cooling down across the nations as we slowly and gradually transition into autumn. Now, what I want to talk about today, a lot of you guys have a relationship with comfort or self-discipline in which you believe, this is what we've been conditioned with, you believe that the more you choose what feels comfortable, what feels safe, that's going to equal the highest sense of well-being for you. So meaning, the more that you do what you feel like doing, when you choose the comfort, that's going to ensure that you feel the best, okay? I want to feel the best. I want to be the most comfortable. I want to be the most happy that I can be. And so you live your life choosing the path of least resistance at every opportunity, choosing instant gratification. But let me share a new perspective with you guys, and a perspective and a mindset that I live by. Let's say you have a fight coming up, okay? You are a fighter. You do MMA, you do karate, you do kung fu, whatever it is, you got a fight coming up, a competitive professional fight, okay? And so in preparation for this fight, your opponent is putting in the work, they're grinding every single day, they're in the gym, they're practicing for hours and hours. They're practicing their kicks, they're practicing their punches. Maybe it's Muay Thai, they're conditioning their shins and their knuckles and making them rock ass hard by experiencing a whole bunch of pain. You believe, you know what? I want to make sure that I'm balanced. Okay? Balance. The ultimate cop-out. Balance. That you guys use. Okay? So you choose balance. So you only train if you want to train. You decide, you know what? I need to make sure I have a couple of days off. If my body feels tired, I'm not going to train. Oh, you know, I want to condition my shins and make them hard, but you know what? It's going to hurt right now. If I start kicking trees to make my shins stronger, to calcify the bones, to make the nerve endings less sensitive, well, now they're going to get bruised and stuff, and I don't want that. It's going to affect my well-being. It's going to hurt, and I'm not going to feel good when I'm doing that. And so you decide not to do that. And so in preparation for this fight, your opponent is in the mud. They're fucking dying. They're in pain every day, but they're getting stronger. While you're over here choosing balance. Okay? I only train when I feel like it and when I want to. I'll go for a little run today, but the next day, I got some shin splints, so I don't want to. I'm not going to do it today. I'll hit the bag a little bit, but I just don't feel like it's really what I need to do today. I don't really feel like it. It would feel better just to treat myself today. It'd be better to treat myself and go to IHOP, get some pancakes and just go hang out with my girl for the day and just watch a movie and watch some Netflix and eat some buttered popcorn and cuddle. That would be better for my well-being today. I think it would be, right? And so all those days that you chose comfort, you chose balance, and your opponent chose discomfort, or from the outside looking in, imbalance, fight day. It's time for the fight. Who do you think is going to win? The one who chose balance for all those weeks, months, they were choosing balance and making sure they prioritize their well-being in this moment today? Or the one who sacrificed their temporary current well-being to feel pain, to suffer, to experience discomfort, but then they made themselves stronger. They made themselves more resilient. Who do you think is going to win? Okay? Same principle applies to life. Same principle applies to business. Same principle applies to relationships. Same principle applies to any skill that you're trying to refine. You motherfuckers sitting around worried about balance, and you really think balance is going to get you the best results. I tell you guys this all the time. Most of you guys who watch me are younger individuals. You're probably in your late teens, mid-20s, some of you in your 30s, 40s, okay? But most of you guys are young-ish. You have energy. You have a body that you can use. You're not all beat down. You're not full of chronic health ailments. You have a very capable body that you can use every day. During this period of time in your life when you are young, I don't believe this is our time to sit around and worry about being balanced. Because if you look at me, I'm the most imbalanced motherfucker you've ever seen. I don't take days off. I don't take time to recover from the ways that I live. I don't prioritize my instant gratification, my current state of well-being, because I know the more that I give, the more that I put in, the more that I suffer and experience discomfort, I'm going to reap better results in life. I'm going to have a better energy. I'm going to have more wisdom. I'm going to have a stronger voice. I'm going to have more conviction in my tonality when I speak. I'm going to have more value and wisdom I can pass on to others through making content, through one-to-one coaching, through my programs. I'm making myself more valuable. I don't choose comfort in order to do that because comfort doesn't make me more valuable. It doesn't. So you guys need to understand that your ability to choose discomfort, because guys, it even just goes for a day-by-day basis. A simple day-by-day basis. There's mornings like this morning, yesterday morning, almost every fucking morning of my life for the past several years where I don't fucking want to work out. I don't feel like it's what I should do. My body's telling me, oh, but I'm tired, but I want to rest. But then you know what? It's like you have to choose your pain. I'm going to re-emphasize this point yet again. You have to choose your pain because you do not get to avoid it. Either you give it to yourself in the form of self-inflicted adversity to make yourself stronger, to make yourself wiser, to make yourself more resilient, or you will suffer the consequences of comforts. Example for you. Chronically living stuck in your head in stories. You're stuck on the past. You can't get over your ex. Or you're sitting and worrying about the future, things that have never happened. Or maybe you're extremely self-conscious and insecure. This is something that I've experienced earlier in my life as a younger teen, before I lived this routine, before I lived the way that I live, walking around all self-conscious, insecure, lacking confidence because you don't feel comfortable in your body because you've not been investing in it. Your mind is dull, it's weak because you've not been sharpening it and strengthening it. So you walk around fearful, okay? Like a rabbit. The difference between a bear and a rabbit. Okay, what happens? How does a bear carry themselves through life versus a rabbit or a gazelle even? Why are they high anxiety creatures? Or Very alert. They're looking for danger. Why? Because they know they're weak. They know there's things out there that are much stronger than them, and they need to be afraid so they can survive. That's what happens to you when you choose to stay comfortable. You become like the rabbit. You become like a mouse or a gazelle. Okay? Because you're afraid of discomfort, so you know deep down, even if you try to lie to yourself and distract yourself with comfort and substances and porn and bullshit and food and overeating, deep down, you know subconsciously you are weak. Physically, mentally, emotionally. You know that you are choosing to be weak. So guess what? You can't run away from that. As you go about your day-to-day life, you are afraid of other people. You're afraid of what they think, because it's not even just physical. It's not even just like, I can physically defend myself. That absolutely contributes to confidence, knowing that you are capable and strong in your body because you've made yourself in such a way where you are. But also just emotional resilience, mental resilience. You walk through life, other people, when you're actually strong, when you've strengthened your mind, when you're disciplined, other people can't influence your emotions so easily. Okay? The opposite sex or relationships can't influence your emotions. People doing something that you don't like or seems disrespectful, it doesn't change your emotions, it doesn't fuck you up so bad. Because you're emotionally resilient, which you fortify by doing things that are uncomfortable that you don't feel like doing. That creates emotional resilience along with physical, mental resilience. So that carries into your life now. If you have a stressful situation at work, a conflict in your relationship, some unexpected thing happens that's very inconvenient, that would seem like a really bad thing, now it doesn't fuck you over so bad because you've made yourself stronger. And the foundation for all this, guys, those of you who ask me, Paul, where do I start? Where do I start with disciplining myself? The body is the foundation. The physical body is the foundation. Don't even worry about just focusing only on your mind if you have yet to strengthen your body. Because they go hand in hand. They go hand in fucking hand. When you strengthen your body, your mind gets stronger. Your spirit gets stronger. Because this vessel is the conductor of your energy. It's like an antenna. The more that you strengthen it and straighten it out, the stronger of a charge that it can conduct. It can conduct a higher frequency, and it has a stronger aura around it too, so it's more protected. It has like a force field around it because it starts with the vessel, the body. Think of a little windmill, a little weak little fan, one of those ones that you hold that you blow on, and it makes a little bit of wind, versus one of those massive fucking windmills that are like 200 yards tall. Which one generates more power? Because one is very strong, has a big, strong vessel, and one is very weak and flimsy, made of plastic. What kind of vessel are you walking around in? That's going to dictate what kind of output you can give energetically. And when you can give a strong output, you don't walk around so fearful. You walk around fearful when you have a diminished aura because you're giving up your power to absolute bullshit, because you're choosing comfort, so you're jacking off, okay? You're over consuming, backing up your vessel with garbage and junk you don't need to be. You're not putting forth the disciplines to strengthen yourself, so you are just a weak energy. There's a very weak charge coming off of you. That's when you fear shit. That's when you walk around fearful. You are afraid of your own mind. Your own thoughts run a fucking train on you when you're that fucking weak. Not even other people. You could be sitting with your damn self and you're fucking scared and anxious for no fucking reason because you're weak. But you know what the beautiful thing is, guys? This shit is in your control. That's what's so beautiful about it. When I'm talking to you motherfuckers who are young, who have energy, who have capable physical vessels, the foundation for all of it is your body. It's your body, baby. You're not using your body. No fucking wonder your mind is weak. No wonder your emotions have zero resilience whatsoever. The foundation is the physical body. And funny thing is, too, like I said, guys, contentment, fulfillment, freedom from negativity is earned every single day of your fucking life. So what I found is the more that I choose discomfort now, like doing these workouts this morning that I didn't fucking want to do, I felt that pain now, but later on when I go to bed and I'm ending the day like yesterday, you know what? I can embrace this time now. Not sitting here in my head thinking, oh, there's all these things that I'm neglecting. I should have done this, but I didn't today. Or, oh man, I should have done this, but I didn't feel like it, so I didn't. And now all that shit's not swimming around in me, just stripping me of my peace. I chose to make the sacrifices earlier. I did the workouts. I did the calls, I made the content, I did the coaching, whatever I needed to do to be the best me. I did the fast, even though I wanted to eat earlier. But then when it's all said and done, I've earned contentment for that day. I've earned freedom from my own negativity. I've earned a right to be able to feel comfortable in my skin resting, being able to embrace that time and not sit there thinking I need to be doing more. Okay? Imagine when you chronically procrastinate. A lot of you guys procrastinate. You have procrastination disguised as perfectionism. So you think everything needs to be perfect. Let me tell you something, motherfuckers. You guys think you need this perfect plan. This perfect fucking plan. You need to have this perfect laid out step-by-step plan where you can understand logically every single step of everything that's going to happen before you take action. That's exactly why you don't get fucking results. Because you think you need a perfect fucking plan. Procrastination disguised as perfectionism. I need it to be perfect, so you'll take 1 or 2 steps in the right direction and come back. Because you start second guessing your fucking self. See guys, IQ, intelligence, psychological intelligence has nothing to do with what kind of results you get in life. How successful you become. You can be an absolute dumbass. In fact, oftentimes, there's a lot of dumbasses, stupid people, who get more results than you in life. Why? Because they can just shut their fucking mind off and just focus in on what they need to do. Or they'll listen to a mentor who tells them what to do, and instead of second guessing everything and thinking that it needs to be more perfect, they just fucking do it. They just do it. They take the action. They don't sit there and analyze the fuck out of everything. That's why I've said before, a lot of you guys are so fucking smart that you're stupid. Your own intelligence just creates random, just this buildup of bullshit that blocks you off from doing what you actually need to do. Intellect getting in the way of taking action. And you think it's crazy to me. Motherfuckers read some shit and they think they're experts now. Who gives a fuck what you've read? What kind of results do you have? What do you do every day? I don't give a shit what you've read, motherfucker. Who are you? What kind of results do you have? Guys, just understand that nothing will ever compensate. Nothing will ever make up. No amount of knowledge or information that you learn will ever make up for the results that you have, the results and the energy that you embody, and your daily actions and habits, the frequency that you move in. This is why I always tell you guys, when you're actually making the fucking sacrifices, you're putting in the work, and there's people who are trying to tell you, do this, do that, blah, 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 don't do this, right? Look who's talking. Their physical body, their results, their energy is a manifestation of how they live their life and their belief systems. So look at them and ask yourself, do I want to be like them? Because what they do and how they think has gotten them their results. So should I be listening to them? And 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a loud, resounding, fuck no. So guys, just want you to understand that you need to be okay with sacrificing comfort now, feeling pain now, because what's the other option? Avoiding the pain so it can catch up to you later in the form of mental weakness, in the form of a lack of emotional resilience, in the form of a weak body that you feel self-conscious and insecure in the form of living stuck in your head, being fucking pummeled by imaginary demons that you just make up, that create anxiety and depression and all these things. Which one would you rather have? Because one will cost you the price of the other. You choose the pain, you choose the discomfort, you choose the self-discipline, you choose the positive actions that you don't want to do to build yourself. That's the price that you pay, but now you're free. For that day, you're free. You're not anxious, you're not depressed, you don't feel negative, you're not sabotaging yourself. Okay? Your inner critic shuts the fuck up. The inner bitch shuts the fuck up, and you're actually at peace. You feel secure in your skin. You have a certain level of confidence. Even if you don't feel all happy and shit, you're just not extremely negative in an extremely low vibration like you would have been if you didn't do the work. Or don't do the work. Choose the comfort now so you can be one of these people who lives in the victim identity, because that becomes their cop-out. So the people who choose to lose with their current habits, they need to be strongly identified with a victim identity, okay? Because that's their little cop-out. That's their excuse. Oh, I went through these bad things in my childhood. Yeah, me too. Oh, I didn't have enough money for all these years and I was broke. Yeah, me too. They always have some kind of fucking excuse for why they didn't get better. Oh, my ex did it. Yeah, me too. What did you choose to do with it? Dumb fuck. You ran to escapism. I felt the pain and transcended it. So you stayed as the victim fuck because that's your cop-out. And I chose to be the victor. I chose to take the lessons and the wisdom from whatever happened to me by sitting with the pain, feeling it, shedding the tears, feeling the emotions, but then using that as fuel, as fire to go do something, to go make something of myself. To show myself I'm not defined by that shit that happened to me, or what that person did to me, or these circumstances I went through. I'm not defined by that shit. This is who I am. I'm gonna show my fucking self who I really am. So I don't stay defined by some shit that I didn't want to happen. But when you lose is when it happens, you run to escapism. You get worse. You go downhill. Your value gets worse. Smoking, drinking, pornography, sleeping around, overeating. You get out of shape more. Your habits get even worse. So then when you're in that state, you chose to lose with your habits. So now, in order to compensate and make up for that, you need an excuse. So the victim ego, the victim identity becomes very strong. So now you start looking for evidence in your life about why you're a victim. So you start looking for reasons to confirm that story to yourself. It's called confirmation bias. So whatever story you tell yourself, your brain is going to look for evidence of that. So it's going to filter out things that don't resonate with that belief, but magnify the things that do. So for example, something good could happen to you. Maybe you win a lottery ticket. Let's say money's your thing, okay? So something happened and you went through some financial crisis in your life. And then you were broke for a long time and it caused you a lot of pain, a lot of suffering. You lost relationships, you lost resources, you lost security. A lot of bad things happened because of that. And so now you've become this victim. And when that happened, you just started doing drugs. You started drinking heavily because that was your escape from that pain, okay? So you just got worse. So now your victim narrative, your victim identity is, nothing ever goes my way. Money's hard to come by. I never have enough. And so let's say, for example, you win a fucking lottery ticket one day. You buy fucking lottery tickets, okay? I've never done that in my life, but you buy a fucking lottery ticket and you scratch it off. Oh, you win a couple $100. So you're like, oh, that's cool, but you just kind of brush it off. Well, yeah, let's wait for something bad to happen because this shit, too good to be true. I mean, something's going to cancel this out. Something's going to cancel this out. Let's just wait. And then something happens. Then a bill comes in the mail where it wasn't what you were expecting. It's way bigger than you expect. See, that's right. So that victim identity needs fuel. So it's whatever you're telling yourself, it's like, I'm looking for evidence of that. So I will disregard and kind of just brush off and filter out the things that are telling me otherwise, but I'm going to magnify the things that tell me I'm a victim. So that's what you guys do when you lose. You become that identity, that self-concept that magnifies the victim. That bad things happen to you, or you went through this and you went through that. That becomes your cop-out. And a lot of you guys, I trigger a lot of people like that. When I speak about ultimate accountability, I trigger a lot of people who think they're special. They think they're very special. And the thing is, what I really respect and admire in a person is somebody who's gone through the worst fucking pains and they still chose to get better as a person. They still chose to see themselves as victors in the midst of the most unjust circumstances. I'm trying to think, what is his name? The guy who was locked up. Was he an African president or something? Nelson Mandela, was that his name? Dude did all this time in prison, in jail for years, and all he did was become even more enlightened. He was falsely in prison. He didn't do anything wrong. He just spoke out for what he believed in, and they threw him in fucking a dungeon for years. Okay? Did he come out of that as a victim? These people did all these... He went through extreme pain, extreme hardship for years. And all he did was he meditated. He became extremely enlightened. And that man came out and he was just the most peaceful, compassionate, understanding, loving presence. You know why? Because he went through the worst fucking darkness. And he chose to use that to his benefit to improve himself and become a better human being. So he chose to use it for a positive reason. Whereas you guys who are victims, it's all, I run to escapism, and then since I didn't get better, it's like that bad thing that happened, now I'm below it. That's what it's like. Now you're a vampire who's like, the sun just came up. That thing has power over me. The ex did me wrong. The government did me wrong. That has power over me. Versus when you get better, now you're bigger than it. Now you become bigger than the thing that did you wrong. So you have to become better than it. You have to become bigger. So that's all I'm saying, guys. You need to improve as a person. You victim fucks. I have compassion for you guys, and that's why I don't accommodate your feelings, because you don't need more people to validate your victimhood. You need more people to call you up and bring the fire out of you. Coddled too long. Too long. And those of you who aren't ready, you're the ones who will get mad. You're the ones who are the haters. You're the ones who project in the comments and in the DMs. It's okay. Because I just see right through you and understand maybe one day when it hurts too much to stay the same and there's nowhere to run, you can't escape anymore, maybe one day you'll realize, fuck, it is on me. I am accountable for my own life. Fuck. Well, let's get to work. So much love and positive energy to everybody here. So once again, guys, don't become the victim identity, because I've been there. I know what it's like. Most people have been there at some point. But the thing is, you have the power to choose what you do with yourself. Because that's going to be your natural fallback state. Your default is to be the victim when you choose to get worse. So that becomes your cop-out. That becomes your excuse. That becomes your justification. Oh, these people did me wrong and I went through all this and that. Right? And then it's like your ego, it just becomes your identity. It literally becomes your self-concept. I'm a victim. I'm this victim person. And all these bad things always happen to me. And you look for evidence anytime you're slightly inconvenienced. See? And you magnify it. And so you just feed that identity even more. Right? And then somebody like me comes along. One day you're scrolling. You're high. You're bullshitting because you're just stuck in your escapism and your BS habits, and you're deep down, you know you're not living in alignment. Deep down, you're insecure. You don't like yourself. You know you're choosing to be less, even though you choose not to face it because you have things to distract you. Then you come across me. I pop up on your feed, and what I say, I'm talking about accountability. I'm talking about self-discipline. I'm talking about all these things that you're not doing that earn you freedom, and you see in me, you feel my energy. You're like, something in you recognizes that as truth. And you know what? All the bitch demons, those low frequency entities that you have called in by being the victim that live inside of you rent free, they get big. They're like, oh no, I need to defend this identity because this is my sense of self. I can't lose it. I'm a victim. He can't call me out. It's like I shine a light on your victim identity, on all that darkness. So it has to flare up and defend itself. You're bald, bro. You're this, bro. Put your shirt on, bro. Why you deliver it like that, bro? You this. And these paragraphs trying to defend yourself. It's like, guys, all I see is, oh, that's that identity. It got triggered. I hit it. I poked the bear, didn't I? I shined a light on the darkness, didn't I? The demons. And they get all mad. See, that's all I see. Guys are see-through, but I love you. That's why I do it. You guys need that. I'm not afraid. I don't care. I don't need you to like me. Give a fuck if you like me. Give a fuck if you hate me. It doesn't make a damn difference to me. It doesn't change how I can conduct myself or how I present myself or how I feel about myself. Because my daily habits and my actions align me with a certain energetic state of being and a certain level of confidence that cannot be taken away from me because it's something that I earned from within. My confidence doesn't come from external things, doesn't come from validation, doesn't come from money, doesn't come from women, doesn't come from stuff. It comes from how I conducted myself today. The fact that I'm willing to sacrifice and do more and put in more work and feel more pain to be a stronger me for other people. Once again, bringing it back to balance. It's another cop-out you guys use. You think you need to be balanced, so you need to jack off at least a couple times a week. You need to be balanced, so on the holidays, you have to get drunk with your friends and be hungover for the next 3 days. Overeat, fuck off all your progress. You need to be balanced, so you need to take days off from the things that are most important to you, from your full self-development process. And all that does is, let's imagine the person who was walking up the stairs, okay? I walk one step a day. I walk up the stairs every single day. I go up the stairs a little bit more. Just every day is a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. What do? You'll take maybe a step. You'll take 2 steps up the stairs. Then you convince yourself, balance time. You'll go back. How do you do that? You'll go back down the stairs. You'll just go back down again. You go up again, go back down, go up again, go back down. And that's why you stay in the same fucking place. You're like, why am I not getting results in the gym or in my business or this and that? Because you fucking keep going down the stairs, dumb fuck. I put one foot in front of the other. Doesn't matter how I feel today. Doesn't matter what I feel like fucking doing today. I'm going to walk up those fucking stairs. I'm going to do the work and walk up those fucking stairs. Even if my legs are burning, even if my knees are aching a little bit, I'm still going to walk up the stairs. Where you convince yourself, back and forth, back and forth. Maybe sometime you're on your shit for a few days. Okay, we're making some progress then. So you're not all the way down, but you just regressed a little bit, where I just keep showing up. I just keep on going, where you convince yourself you need balance, but your definition of balance is flawed. That's a cop-out and an excuse that your bitch demon convinces you of to be a degenerate and engage in things that lower your frequency and prevent you from breaking through certain ceilings in your life. So you never truly improve enough or get better to outdo people like me, who just keep fucking walking up those stairs. I don't convince myself, I need a drink tonight so I can be hungover the next 2 days. Oh, you know what? I need to overeat. I need some sugar and a bunch of shit that's going to make me feel like ass tomorrow. But I need to taste good things for 5 minutes. So I'm going to eat a bunch of shit that's going to make me feel like ass, fuck up my energy, make me all puffy and full of inflammation. Now I don't have confidence to talk on camera. Now I look like shit and I feel like shit. My mind's all over the place. You guys, it's very rare that there's not individuals who just convince themselves constantly to take back steps. It's very rare. That's why so many people stay mediocre. Even though they think they're putting in the work, really they're just constantly taking back steps. And balance is their excuse. Balance. Here's some cope. You ready, guys? Can we say that you keep coming on Insta for instant gratification, but you say to yourself that you're making a difference in others' life through inspiration? This is your coping mechanism. At Paul Bryson 02. Right. So, me providing value to people, me disciplining myself every day, me never taking days off, me eating and fasting in a certain manner that allows my spirit and mind to be strong and clear, me getting on camera even though I don't feel like it, even though my body's in pain, even though I don't even know what I'm going to talk about, but I want to show up for people because it's what I'm being called to do. That's my cop-out. How is that instant gratification? There's nothing instant about that, my friend, because it's all sacrifice. Do you think I want to get on camera every day? That's called cope. What you just described to me in that paragraph in my comments, paragraphs coping in my fucking comments, is called cope. That's you trying to convince yourself that somebody doing more work than you, making more sacrifices than you, is just somehow no different than what you're doing. Well, yeah, I'm copping out. I'm a slave to instant gratification, but well, he's doing the same thing. But he's just helping people while he does it. Okay. Well, if that's what it is, if this is instant gratification and my coping mechanism, well, guess what? Let's see where that gets me versus where your lifestyle gets you. Let's see how many people I help and what kind of results I get in life with my instant gratification. But really, I know that's all a projection. And I love you, dude. But please stop coping. I had to call that out because you're coping hard as fuck. And I see right through it. You could never do the shit that I'm doing because you don't have the confidence. You're in other people's lives typing paragraphs because you're not doing shit. I don't sugarcoat shit for you guys. I like seeing people who don't agree with me because it gives me things to talk about. And some of you guys see this shit all the time. You guys see people coping all the time. You see, people in comment sections, you guys are used to seeing this, and you don't see these people get called out enough. You don't really see people calling them out for who the fuck they really are enough. So I will do that. Because very few people have the confidence to do that. Just call you out loud and clear for who you are, without getting all defensive or name calling and being all petty like a weirdo. But just saying, yeah, that's what it is. Projection. Cope. Much love to you, my brother. I love you guys. I do. But if I see some kind of cope, I gotta call you out on it because I love you, and I'm okay with you hating me for it. I'm okay with you getting mad at me for it. I'm okay with you unfollowing me and typing negative comments for it. I'm okay with that because I'm just here to help. But some of you guys, you need tough love. You guys need real father figures, not people who tiptoe around your fucking feelings and shit. That's what I'm here to do. But imagine if I didn't earn the confidence in myself to be able to do that. I couldn't do it. I didn't put in the fucking work. I haven't made the sacrifices to be confident enough in myself to be okay with other people not liking me or disagreeing with me. I'm okay with that. And I'm not just like that naturally. Naturally, I'm somebody who really used to care a lot what people thought about me. And naturally, if I choose to start living comfortable and slacking off and being less of myself, I'll go back to that. I'll start giving a big fuck, too much of a fuck, to a point where it slows you down. So it's something that's earned every single day. I'm gonna speak this into existence right now. I'm about to get my third ring dinger. You guys ever heard of a ring dinger? Probably not. I'm gonna go to the special chiropractor in Gilbert, Arizona. Dr. Tony Sanchez will be my third time getting a ring dinger, where they lie you down on your back and your knees are up like on an elevated surface above the rest of your body. So your knees are like this. And then they lock your hips into place so your pelvis can't move with like some foam pads, really tight. Then they put a towel under your chin and they pull your whole fucking spine apart. They decompress your whole spine. And that is what I need. It costs like $1,000 to do it. I've done it multiple times, but it's so fucking worth it because I need it. It's good for me. So I'm speaking that into existence. Get my ring-a-ding because it's so relieving. And the second time, every single time, I do 2 times in a day. The first adjustment, it feels kind of good. The second one gets deep. You do it again a couple hours later. You come back, same day, 2 appointments in one day. The second time you do it, tears. There's stored emotion. There's stored pain in the physical body. For me, my spine, my lumbar spine, the discs are being compressed because all the weightlifting I do and the way that I live is starting to compress my spine. So I need a manual decompression straighten it out and open up all those discs again, and it stops hurting. It stops getting all tight and shit. But then there's emotions that are trapped. And so after the second treatment, every time, I gotta sit there and tears just fall out of my fucking eyes. Because it's all those emotions that were stuck in my spine. So guys, the physical body is the foundation. Every single problem, I really realized this last night, every single problem that I've ever had has always been solved with coming back to my body. Because when you nurture your body, you strengthen it, you align your nervous system, you take care of yourself, all the answers are right here. Spirit, God communicates to you within your vessel. So when you take good care of it, when you release the blockages, when you dissipate any built up tension or pain in the body, but also you strengthen it to make sure it's not weak, everything comes from here. You can tap in with states of healing when it's time to heal and rest and recover, but also states of and fire and yang when it's time for that kind of energy. Body. So I got to take good care of my body. My body's very special to me because I find that if my body's not aligned, my energy and my mind is not aligned either. It always starts with the body. Love you all to death. That's why I'm here. Because I could never just serve myself. I'm not here to serve myself. I'm not here for me. I'm here for other people. That's why I came into this body and chose to be a human for this life. Because I'm here for other people. It's the only thing that grants me a sense of fulfillment. Is helping people. Serving people. God didn't put me here to just be, focus on what I feel like doing every day. It's about how can I sacrifice and be the best me to serve other people. Because my level of contentment and fulfillment is going to be a direct reflection of how much I showed up to serve others that day. Todos los días. Every single day. What do I do for fun? I want you guys to guess, what do you think is the most fun thing I do every day? What do you guys think is the most fun thing I do? Aside from helping people, because that's nothing will ever make up for that. That's like a spiritual high. What do you guys think I do for fun? I'll tell you. It was one primary thing. You ready? One primary thing that I consider fun. When it's time to eat. My one meal a day, that is fun to me. That is my number one external gratification, is food, which most people take for granted, and I certainly did during my earlier parts of life. It's different when you have to earn it. You have to go hunt and work and put in fucking effort all day, and then you sit down and eat. Just hits way different. Especially when you're hungry and you're in a deficit and you're thinking about that food all day. You finally get to sit down and feast. Woo! There you go. That's my number one source of fun. Astray, demented. Much love to you, brother. Much love, bro. I love you, bro. You're doing great. All right, guys. I'm going to get up out of here. We'll get a third workout here in a little bit. Probably deadlifts for round 4 later on at the gymnasium. And until we speak again, I'll put this live up on YouTube probably by the end of the day. I love you guys so much, and until we speak again, be blessed. It's time for you to receive the love and the good-ass energy that you fucking deserve. BAM! That's right! BAM! Take them high, mother fucking vibe.